Hello, dreamers. Welcome to another heartfelt episode of Voices of Dreamers. I'm your host, Lupe, and today we're diving into a powerful story that resonates with courage, resilience, and the unyielding spirit. In this episode, we're joined by the inspiring Omar, who shares his extraordinary journey from Mexico to the U.S. and the profound impact DACA has had on his life. Omar opens up about the challenges faced by the immigrant community, the importance of community support, and the political landscape surrounding immigration. We'll also hear about Omar's return to his roots in Mexico, an emotional journey filled with reconnection, beauty, and delicious food. Omar's experience working at Microsoft and his aspirations for the future serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all dreamers. Omar emphasizes the power of resilience and the importance of pursuing dreams despite obstacles, encouraging fellow dreamers to seek resources and support. This is a conversation you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. Welcome, Omar. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you wanting to come on and share your story.
Yeah, it's just a great way to show people, that are not aware about DACA and what everybody goes through. So it's great to share your story and have everybody be aware and learn.
Oh, yeah,
Mm,
for sure. Yeah, that's my hope that we can educate some
abs-
people on who the dreamer community is, who we
Yep.
are. Okay. So I like to start it by asking everybody if they remember their story of how they came here. And
Yeah. So for me, what happened, I was, let's say, 4 years old, when my parents decided to come over to the U.S. I was brought through the border. Not sure exactly how it was. I know some lady brought us in through the
right,
border,
yeah,
like easily passed through.
yeah,
While my parents decided to go through the desert and try to get into the U.S. So that's what I remember, a little bit, but a lot more is from what my parents have told me of what
good,
happened.
yeah. That's what I remember as well. I remember just passing by. It was just so
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. And
Yeah,
like
it's like,
being
can you guys go
small,
back? Look at the cameras. It was
right?
a legal entry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
How I got in. And being so small, like you don't think about anything. It's just you don't even know where you are or what's going on.
Sure. Yeah, that is so true. Um, did you always know about your status? I've had some people say that even since they were little, like their parents have made them aware.
Uh, so we were told we are just from Mexico. We were never like told that we were like illegal. We just growing up, I always thought I was born here and it was just the way it was till I guess it probably was when I was 14, 15 when they decided to tell me that no, we're not, we're here legally. You're not born here. You're born in Mexico. That's where you're from. So that kind of took like was a shocker. Like then,
Right.
like why am I here? Like why did we come here then? And then that's when they told me like their whole story is like how we wanna make sure you had a better life than us. We risked coming over here and leaving our family just for all of you guys. And it was me and my other two brothers that were brought here. So as you can imagine, I was four. One of them was like 2 years old and a 1 year old. Um, and growing up here has been hard. And I kind of, I guess, don't understand why they wouldn't have told us earlier. Maybe they thought we wouldn't understand. But that's how I got to know growing up, and after that, it's just you start getting, I guess, a mindset change of how things are different, and then you start seeing things in a different view.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, and then just
So
start
you were
worrying, I
already like
guess.
what, like your freshman year in high school when you found out?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that, like, when did you find out? Because I feel like a lot of us find out usually, when our friends start getting their first car, or when some of us wanna start working and they're like, "We have to go get you,"
Yeah.
like, you can't. You have to find a job where they will pay you, like, under the table or something.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And that's, I mean, for us, especially like being born in a very poor family, you're not sure like what's gonna come ahead or what's in store for you in the future. So yeah, finding that out really like um kind of, I guess you could also say, changes the way you interact, and then you just start hiding out, like just not wanting to go outside, being scared. So I
True.
know that kind of when I was told that, I was started getting scared and start hearing stories of people just getting taken away, and you get scared and you're like, well,
For
don't want that
sure.
to happen.
Yeah. Are you, since you mentioned that, are you feeling, a little bit of that fear back now?
Yeah, it's scary because I mean, I'm more scared of like my parents, how they've been here forever, so like you get that fear again of like why why can't everything just change? Like we've been here
Yeah,
forever, like something has to change,
for
and
sure.
you feel, I feel like the same as I did back then, just scared now because of everything going on and how it's just, it shouldn't be that way that it's going on. So
True. Especially in Arizona, no? I feel like
yeah,
you hear a little bit more about it. Arizona is like a big red state, almost like
yeah,
Texas.
almost like Texas, and I mean being closer to the border as well. So
Yeah. Um, you touched a little bit on it. Our parents, one of the other guys that I interviewed, he said that they are the original dreamers. They came here for that better life, and
hmm,
there is nothing still for them. Thank God, like, we were able to get, the DACA program, and we were able to at least get, like, this 2-year permit that we have, but for them, there is still nothing that they can get, and a lot of us that have parents that still don't have, like, a legal status or a residency, anything to show, for how many years they've been here, it is kinda heartbreaking. What are your thoughts on that?
um, yeah, I mean that's like, I guess you could say it's just sucks. Like why can't they, were original? Like why can't they have something as well? I know all of us are very grateful and fortunate to be able to have DACA and have something, but I mean there are still a lot of people that don't have anything, and like you said, the guy that was original, like they should also be having something because as everybody knows, like this is like stolen land, like
True.
Why like not have something done? It's been so long that I feel like something should have been done already, but it's just not being done to help out everybody.
For
Um,
sure.
at least like even if it's some kind of path that we can follow to be able to gain that citizenship would be amazing. So I feel like they
Sure.
deserve it as much as we have. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's like a another thing, like what would be your hope with this new presidency coming into office? And we see everything he's doing. We see, how he's already hasn't even been a week, or maybe it's been a week already, and he has done so much.
I,
Does it feel like he is like targeting the Hispanic community?
yeah, I feel like he is targeting the Hispanic community. Like ever since like the campaign, he just said that he was gonna go after all the illegal immigrants. So I mean, it feels like they are just trying to divide everybody and
For
like
sure.
they're kind of taking a step back and going back in the past and trying to go in the future the way I see it.
True.
I feel like they're trying to just do segregation again and
Yeah.
everybody be separate. Like that's just going backwards instead of forward. So I feel like instead of targeting people, actually start looking into what's really going on and figure out a way to help the U.S. just continue advancing because the U.S. is a powerful country and like they have a
Right.
lot of things that they can use. So um, I just feel like they shouldn't be using like, especially like a lot of other times they use us as DACA as a way for them to gain votes or get votes. So I feel
Yeah.
like they should do something else instead of just trying to target a certain demographic.
That's true. Yeah. Everybody has said that they feel like every 4 years with whoever comes in, it's always like their main topic. Oh yeah, we're gonna do something.
Yeah.
And leading into that, did you see his interview where he was asked about the DACA program, about the Dreamers? And he knew a lot about the program. He knew, who the Dreamers were. He was saying how, like, oh, yeah, like the Dreamers, they've been here since they were children. They don't know the country they came from because they grew up here. They're like
Hmm.
in their 30s, their 40s now. They have families here. So he knows about the
Yeah.
Dreamers. He knows the average person who we are. And he said that he wants to do something. He said that it was like the Democrats have always been, blocking his idea. Do you believe that he will do something?
So from his previous actions that he did the past time he was president, you see he tried to take away DACA. So I don't feel like he's gonna do anything. Like I'm not gonna worry about DACA. I kind of feel like he might just end up taking away the program. Because in the last time he was president, that's what he tried doing. And the way everybody's set up as well, like he set up people in the Supreme Court. So if DACA does end up going to the Supreme Court again, like I feel like it's just gonna get taken down.
That's true, huh? Because they said that the last time he tried taking it off, they had filed something wrong, and that's why they couldn't take the whole program away.
Hmm.
And that now that he knows what they didn't do right, that now he can really follow through and
And take it
cancel the
away.
program. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think it's just like it's just like he knows about it, like everything. Like why can't he just build a pathway for us to just get citizenship? Like we kind of had no faults. A lot of us
Oh,
just were brought here like
yeah,
we didn't even know. So
for sure.
that's something that he knows, and
Yes.
he should really look into doing something. But like I said, from his past actions, I don't feel like he's gonna leave
Yeah.
DACA. I feel like he's just gonna take it away. And that's
That's
what's
been the,
a lot of people are gonna get scared of.
yeah,
What's gonna
so,
happen with
so
us?
true. Yeah, that is so true. So, going back to DECA, when did you first hear about the program?
I first heard about the program in my senior year of high school, and I believe it was like 2014 when I heard
Okay.
about it. And then I kind of started looking into it. Then my parents were like, "Yeah, let's look into it," and we found out that it was like work permits and be able to protect you. So they said I should apply. And then I did. I ended up applying for it. Not knowing what it was all about. I had to
Yeah.
be running around different places, having free communities help out, so
Yeah.
we can get the information. And yeah, it took a while, but I was able to apply, and you know, I got approved. So it's amazing
Yeah.
to
How
have
did it
that.
feel when you found out, like, were you scared? I've had a few people say that, their family members were a little scared because you're kind of like living in the shadows because they don't
Hmm.
know you, they don't have that, information about you. Like, we do our taxes through an I-10 number, but, like, once you submit, like, your information, like, they have everything, they have your fingerprints. Like, a lot of people have been saying that, some family members were scared to have, like,
Yeah.
their kids do it.
Uh, my parents were not really scared. Like they just said, go for it. I feel like this is your opportunity. I mean, you're coming out of the shadows, but as well as the way they saw it, it's like you're opening doors for yourself.
Oh, for sure.
The way that we don't have, like, this is your opportunity to have more doors open for you. You should take it, and that's they kind of, I guess, inspire me to do it, and
That's amazing.
because I see a lot of people are scared because you're giving all your information to the government. They anytime they can come and pretty much get you, and but the way that my parents is just crazy how they were not scared, and they're like, just it's for you. You will open a lot of doors, and
Yeah,
they were right. Like a lot of doors open after
for
DACA. A
sure.
lot of people um just their life just changed after DACA. So it was amazing.
For sure. And I feel like getting it as you're like towards the end of your high school years is like almost like a perfect timing to send you off into the world, you know?
Yes, it was perfect. After I graduated, because before I knew about it, they were talking about colleges and how you can apply to this college, and I just
Oh yeah.
didn't I wasn't able to go, so I didn't really care about it. So I can't do anything. I don't have, and I had talked to a lot of counselors like, so what college are you gonna go? I'm like, I can't. I'm not from here, so I can't go to college. And the way they just looked at you is just like, oh, like I'm sorry.
Right? Right. They're kind of left like speechless, like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
true.
it's just like they're like, okay, they kind of don't even know what to say after that. So it's
True.
like, yeah. And then that's when we heard about the DACA program, and um after that, it's just after high school, it was perfect because after high school, I was able to work and just start working, cleaning as a like a janitor, you could say, cleaning offices,
Okay.
before college started. Which I actually started looking into it after I was
Yeah.
approved. and I ended up going to a community college while working, so
Oh,
it was
amazing.
great.
Yeah, for sure. Did you feel like a almost like a weight lifted off your shoulders when you were like, "Okay, like, I can go and apply anywhere. Like, I can get a job now. I can, get a driver's license now. Like, I don't have to be watching over my shoulder almost."
Yeah, you feel, yeah, like a lot is just taken off you. Like you feel more safe. You can
Yeah,
drive, you can go to school, you feel like more normal to everybody else being able to go to college and being able to drive. So not worried about not having a license and driving and not getting an education. So yeah, DACA really like changes everything.
yeah. It opened up some doors for you, it sounds like.
Yeah. And for me, what I said, I started working and I was going to community college, but I don't know if you, there was a time where they ended up raising the price for us DACA. Instead of in-state, we qualified as out-of-state tuition.
True. I remember that.
And I was going to college at that time, and thanks to that, I had to drop out. Um, so I never
'Cause it's so
finished my community
expensive, huh? It's
college.
like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like ridiculous
very
the amount
expensive.
that an out-of-state person pays, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I dropped out, and then just continued working. Um, and then after that, like one of my dreams was to work with like a top company. I started looking in the tech industry.
Okay.
So I saw Microsoft had a Microsoft stores down here in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I decided to apply for that store. And to me, it's like a big dream. You never know, like you're gonna get in or not. And who would have expected me to, from where I come from, to end up working for a big company like that?
Yeah.
And yeah, I was able to get that job. I worked at the
Oh,
Microsoft
amazing.
store.
Yeah.
So like it's one of your dreams, and you just thanks to DACA, you were able to get your dream of working for a big company like that. So
Uh-huh.
um, it was amazing as well because Microsoft itself supports like the dreamers, and throughout my time at Microsoft, I was helped out through like the community with dreamers. We just had our own group. We talked, and
Oh,
as well as Microsoft helped me a lot through the process of renewing, and they helped me out
that's
with getting
amazing.
lawyers to
Yeah.
renew. So it was a great help that Microsoft gave me as well. So, but it all comes down to DACA, because without DACA, I would not have gone there. Um, and then Microsoft also at the beginning, I want like didn't didn't want to go back to school. Like, what if it's expensive and stuff and I think also at the time it was when they were in talks about removing the program as well. So like, what if I'm in the middle of it, they remove the program, like what would happen then?
Right.
So I kind of waited out, just kept working and working. Um, and then in 2022, I decided to go back and finish my degree. And thanks to Microsoft, they paid for it. So it's like
How
I was
amazing.
getting
Yeah.
free school. So I don't have all these student loans, and um
True.
I've
Yeah.
been paying. So with Microsoft's help, I was able to complete school. But a lot of things have happened, like Microsoft has laid off a bunch of people, and one of my roles was affected. So sadly, I was let go from Microsoft, and it was just sad because such a big company, all the help that it gave you, but after all, like I said, it's all because of DACA. DACA still gives. I still have DACA. I still have um a way to get into more companies and be able to
For
work,
sure.
continue working. Now with my degree that I have in information technology, I can do like pretty much a lot more than I used to be
Yeah.
now. And like
Yeah.
back to DACA, it's always thanks to DACA.
That is so amazing that, you took that leap that you were like, "You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I wanna go ahead
Yeah.
and apply for this job at Microsoft." And that you weren't like, "Oh, it's too out of reach for me." Like, "No, I'm gonna go ahead and try." And you
Mm-hmm.
got it, and it was
Got it.
such like a stepping stone for you, you know? It really, like,
Yeah.
almost catapulted you.
Yeah, and I think that's what everybody should like do. Like, don't feel like it's out of reach for you because pretty much nothing's out of reach for you. You can get it done. Like Microsoft, I was able to get a Microsoft work. I worked 5 years with Microsoft, so
Wow.
um,
And that is,
it's
like,
an
a huge
integration
thing to have
company.
on your resume.
Yeah, it is. A lot of
Yeah.
people always look at it and like, you worked at Microsoft or like Microsoft's a big name. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you weren't, fired or anything, it was, layoffs, so
yeah,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, so you're still under good standing with that company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that is
eh,
amazing. A lot of us are under a lot of fear,
yeah,
and I feel like some people are kind of almost, like, pausing their life, and they don't wanna, like, continue doing anything. Because out of the fear of being like, "Oh, why would I start something if I don't know what's gonna happen, in the
yeah,
next week, in the next month, in the next year?" And that's kinda what you said, you have to go for it, you can't be living in fear.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I know a lot of people are gonna get scared or are scared and they may not want to continue, but what I would say is don't be scared. Just go for it. Continue working, continue trying to complete your dreams because like DACA has been able to complete a lot of my dreams as well. So, which brings me to my dream was to go back to Mexico and visit to where I came from and be able to learn exactly my roots. And
Oh
with
my god, you got
DACA, we
advanced
get
parole?
advanced parole.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Oh my god, tell me all about it. How was it?
Yeah, so I didn't know about it like advanced parole or nothing. Till like I joined a Facebook group about DACA renewals, and I started seeing a lot of people doing advanced parole and being able to travel, and it got me interested, and I looked into it, um, but then I didn't do anything about it, and then after I joined Microsoft, it just like my mindset changed, like because Microsoft changes your mindset after you work with them, like, and I'm like, I kind of want to do that again. I kind of want to go and visit. So I started looking into it again, and since Microsoft had a lawyer for me, I decided to reach out and ask them like what where their thoughts were. So they kind of said I shouldn't do it because you don't know if you'll be able to come back because they cannot let you in. Um, but I decided to just apply and go for
Girl.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
I'm like I applied for Microsoft. I went for it. I'm here.
There you
Like
go. Why
let's
stop
just do
now?
it, right?
Yeah.
Why stop now? So
Oh my god.
I applied, but at the same time, Microsoft helped out, which I am very grateful for them helping out. They gave me the lawyer. They helped pay for the application, so I didn't pay anything out of pocket for that process. So it was amazing,
Microsoft, we're gonna start supporting you.
right?
Way to
Yes,
go. Yeah.
it was amazing. I didn't even think of it. I'm like, yeah, I want to fill this out. Like, how much will it be? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. We got it covered. I'm like, what? So yeah, it was, and I
That is
applied.
so cool.
The lawyer asked me for documents. I went back and got them all. Got a letter from Mexico about my my grandpa, who I went to go visit, that's sick. Like he's very old now too, so like he needs a lot of help, and that was the reason I put on my advance pro that I wanted to go visit him, as well as visit my grandma's grave, that I never got to see in person. So, and that thing, thank God I got approved thanks to Microsoft's help, and um, the the Facebook group that helped me to build courage to fill it out and really do it.
Oh
Um,
my goodness. What's the name of the Facebook group? I was interviewing a girl from Texas, um, not yesterday, the day before, and she
uh,
mentioned a Facebook group. I made an account. I don't have a Facebook, but I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna make one and join," because she said that they post a lot of great information and
yes,
that they would even post like receiving dates, like whenever your letter was sent to USCIS, they would like send you like a date that they received it, and they would like update it on their Facebook, so everybody knew
yeah,
like what dates they were working on.
yeah, and yeah, it might be the same one. It's called Spanglish Dreamers, the
God, I
my
think it
Facebook group.
might be, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna tag them on the episode, and then I'm also gonna follow them.
Yeah, the name
Spanglish
Spanglish Dreamers.
streamers. Got it.
It's run by I think her real name. She goes by Spanglish Girl, but her real name is like
Oh,
Julieta.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I know who she is. Yes. Yes, I had another girl mention her too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God. That is so amazing how like wow, this community is literally like stepping out and coming together and like informing each other and all these little groups, and they're all like connected.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Like this, without them, I probably wouldn't even like be able to tell you all the because I got a lot of information. I'll fill out my application through them
Yeah.
and a lot of resources. So yeah, they're great, amazing
That's
group.
cool.
And yeah, after I got all my documentation, I was able to view everything. I sent it to the lawyer. The lawyer did everything else. I just sat and waited. I filled it out in July and I got approved in November.
Yeah.
So like the
Just
thing
take a little bit
though,
of time.
yeah, it takes a long time. The thing though with mine is I kind of got my letter late, so I was already in a few days in the time that they allowed me to be able to go and
Oh yes, I've
travel.
heard of that.
Yeah. So like when I got that letter, like I was so happy, like so emotional. It's just
Yeah, for
amazing
sure. Because 'cause you're like, "Oh my
because
God, I wanna be able to go back."
finally, yeah, and like
Yeah.
like oh my God, it's like a dream I always wanted to be able to figure out where I come from. What like you hear stories, but you don't know exactly where you're from. So yeah, and I book a flight like the next day, just
You
so
were like, "We gotta get this
I can
going."
go. We
Yeah,
gotta go.
you're like, "It's already
Yeah,
counting down, we gotta go." Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, I took a plane all the way to Mexico City. From Ciudad de Mexico, we took a bus all the way to Guerrero, from where I'm from. The big
You're from Guerrero?
yes,
Me too!
really what part?
Um, okay, so my mom says it's un pueblito que se llama Oxtotitlán, Guerrero.
I haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah, they say that it's close to Acapulco, but when I look at it on a map, I'm like, "Doesn't look
Uh,
very close." I'm like, "It looks
okay.
pretty far."
That's okay. Well, where I'm from, at least the city, the huge main city is about an hour or so from Acapulco, I believe. So,
Okay.
yeah, or maybe a little farther. I don't remember how long we took, but yeah, and our small village is about because we go from what they call Chilpancingo to Chichihualco,
Uh,
and then from Chichihualco to the village where I'm from. Village is called Iyotla. Um, and from there to Chichihualco, I believe it's like about 50-minute drive. So it's
Okay.
from Chichihualco, and then from Chichihualco to Chilpancingo, I believe it was like an hour or so drive. So things
Oh,
are pretty
wow.
far. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. How was it? Um, when you landed, like, how was the feeling? Like, one of the guys said when he first went and he passed through, like, the version of US Customs in Mexico, that
Hmm.
they told him, "Welcome to la tierra madre, compatriota," and that it hit him right there, that he
Yeah.
was, like, home.
Yeah. For me, it hit like when you get out of the plane and you start walking, just see Welcome to Mexico. I'm like, wow, I am actually
You're like,
here. So
"Yeah. Oh my god, how amazing."
yeah,
That
that's
is
fascinating. And then when we went through, like you said, the Mexican version, like it's just I gave them my passport and they're like, oh, bienvenido a casa or something like that. They had told me like,
yeah. You're like, "Yes."
yes, like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, one of my uncles picked me up at the airport there and took me all the way to the village. Um, we didn't make it the same day, so we had to wake up next day and travel again. But next day, I finally got to the village and got to see my grandpa, and I tell you,
Yeah.
just emotional. You
Yeah, for
can't believe it,
sure.
like after so many years, and just watching them from like a screen on your phone. Now you're able to just hug them and
You're like, "I don't even know what to do, you guys are in front of
yeah,
me." Yeah.
yeah. So wild, like, and I got to meet like family that I didn't even know about. So I have so many cousins, so many uncles. It's like wow. And I
I
only
love
got to
it.
meet like my mom's side. I
Yeah.
still didn't meet my dad's side. So
Oh,
imagine how
wow.
big, yeah.
God.
One thing that really struck to me was my two uncles that are there. Um, one of them has 15 kids and the other one has 12. So I'm like, just there, that's
You're like, "Oh, okay."
yeah.
Oh my goodness. You're like, "Christmas must be pricey."
All right, it's
Oh my
so many.
god. That is insane. Did you,
Um,
when you were, you said it was like a long drive, like an hour or so. Were you like just like in awe of like everything, like the roads, like
yeah, like I was just like amazed. It's like the way people describe it, it's just like it's not how they describe it. It's a
no?
lot better.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't do
just
it
it
justice.
no. The views are just amazing, especially here in the small village. You're like, wow, you just see like the mountains all around you. It's
You know what? I
wow.
think you're right. I've been seeing like a lot of videos and yeah, like
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
the way they describe
mountainside.
to Mexico is like they don't have like a lot of infrastructure or buildings. They're just third world country. No, it's so different. They like not how they describe it. So that's how I kind of went in, like thinking it was like that, the way
Yeah.
that my family also described. Like, no, it was not like that. It was a lot different, way better than
Yeah.
what you
You came back and you
described.
were like, "Ma."
Yeah, it was not like
You've been
that.
lying to me. Oh
Yeah,
my
and they're like,
god, how
oh my God,
awesome.
really? Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
so much things have changed. Like,
Yeah.
mm,
Oh, right, because I mean, they haven't seen it, right? And you're
yeah.
experiencing it. Yeah. Were you like, did you take videos of certain places? And they were
I
like, "Oh, like, that has changed," like, to them, when they left, they still probably remember their little town, like, the way they left it.
yeah. So I remember calling them once and through video call, and I showed them. I'm like, look, and they're like, oh, it looks so different. And they started talking to each other. Is that still their house? I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about, but it might be.
They're like, "Go knock on their door."
And I just showed them around. They're like, oh, it's so different. Yeah, the
Oh,
the one thing that changed was in the village there's a river, and whenever it rains, the river like fills up. And there
okay.
was this one time where our that river filled up to the max, like it hadn't filled up before.
Yeah.
So that river took a lot of houses away that were close to the river. A
Oh,
lot of people
wow.
had built houses close to the river, my parents being one of them.
Oh,
So when that happened, the river just took everything, and
oh,
their house
wow.
was destroyed.
Yeah.
So I remember I went to go see like what was remained of it, and it's just like pretty
Nothing
much
was
nothing,
left.
nothing.
Yeah.
But they showed
Oh,
me where it
wow.
was,
Yeah.
and I told them like, yeah, I got to see where you guys used to live. The river took it
Oh,
down, and
yeah.
just like last year too, the river again, it got filled up with all the rains, and this time it almost took down the bridge that we used to cross to go to the city.
Yeah.
So
Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Um, is there something that you remember? The guy that I interviewed, he said that, when he tried, like, this little dessert, this little ice cream, like, he didn't wanna rush and, like, finish it so quick because it was just, like, so great, like, the flavors of it, and even, like, now, he still kinda, like, thinks back to that little ice cream cone that he had. He said it just tasted, like, so amazing, like, so natural, like, you can taste the vanilla or taste, like, the flavors of your country almost in it.
yeah, I mean for me, it was more of just the food in general.
Yeah.
Like like here we I would just eat it all up, but over there like you it feel like yeah, you taste the difference and you like just kind of stop there and look like wow, like this is not how it tastes over there.
Right? You're like, "When I get them
So
from the
it's
taco truck."
right, it's just so different, like all the food. For me, it's just wow, it just took my time to eat it. I remember one time they're like, "Are you not hungry?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I just
Just trying to
slowly
savor
eating
every
it,"
bite.
and yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god,
So
that is
yeah, the
so
food's so
amazing,
different.
yeah.
When I went and got a water, they gave me the little baggie. Like, oh my,
Oh.
I wanted to experience this, and I have.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, because they say, like, the Coca-Cola, right? They put them in the little plastic baggies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it taste better?
Everything tastes better for like I haven't tasted like anything like that, so it's like uh, when you get back, you just want to go back and go taste it.
My god, I love that. That is so amazing.
Yeah,
Wow. Were you sad to, like, say goodbye?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just very sad because I didn't want to leave, but I had
Right?
to.
Yeah, you're like, "I don't know when I'll be able to come back."
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah. I feel like that's like, that's when it kinda hits you too, like, why can't there be something for us? Why can't there be like we've been doing DACA since the beginning of it pretty much.
yeah,
It's already been over 10 years, and then, I feel like they could have said something like, "Oh, once you've been on this program for a certain amount of years, like, you qualify for a residency or you qualify,
yeah,
and you just gotta keep up, being a good citizen, because we know that we have to, not have nothing on our records because they fingerprint us. They want to know
yeah,
every single thing about us for those 2 years, where we've been, what we've been doing. So it's like, why can't you guys do something else?
Yeah, right. Like we're not criminals. We're just trying to live a better life and
Uh,
yeah, just live our
Yeah.
life. But yeah, like you said, I don't know. I don't know why they don't do anything.
Yeah. But that is so
It's
cool that
just
you were able to experience that and you didn't let the fear hold you back and
no, yeah, just don't
you
let the
went for
fear
it. And
hold
look,
back.
you had like such an amazing experience.
Yeah, like so unreal. Like never thought I would be able to go back, but it happened.
Do you have videos on your account?
Uh, so I have a few videos, not I kind of didn't take a lot because just the first time you just like wow, like
You just wanna be in it?
yeah, I wanted to
Yeah,
just be in it. So
understandable.
but there are a few videos that I have
Okay. I wanna go
that
through
I
and look at them.
upload. Um yeah, and I can share a few of them too, so you can take a look. So I can
Yeah, oh
email
my
you a few
god.
of them that I have.
Yeah.
So
See what
it's
Guerrero looks
crazy.
like.
Yeah, the culture, like it's it's amazing how like I kind of sometimes like why they would get brought here, like the culture. Everybody seems like so happy over there, even though they're like they don't have a lot of money, but people still eat. They still have family there. Like you're not separated miles away. So
Yeah,
like it's kind of also like why couldn't we stay? It could have been a lot um nicer there too. Like because I don't know like anything pretty much about where I came from till I went and aside for myself and learn and I still want to learn more. So
for sure.
I don't know your thoughts, but after like going and coming back and seeing like us dreamers could have a good life there too. Um, there have been thoughts of being able to just go back um and leave the life here, go to Mexico. Um, especially after we've been just waiting and waiting and nothing has happened. Thoughts start coming and then I have seen people just leave and
Oh my god,
they're living nice. Like they don't seem like worried about what we're worried here, like being deported or nothing. They're just
for real.
free. So like for me, I felt a lot more free over there in Mexico than here. So
Really?
that experience, I just wanna go back to it. But
Yeah,
um, I kind of been asking people like, what are your thoughts? What do you think about going back to Mexico and building your life there? Because I'm kind of thinking of going back and doing doing my life over there from now on.
really?
Yeah,
You know what? That's been like a following trend, like everybody who has gone over there on advanced parole has come back and they have I feel like they have questions for their parents as to why did we come?
yeah,
Like everybody looks so happy, like I don't see the issue.
right, yeah. That's the thing, but then you also learn like a few years back, it was a lot different than when you got to visit. So things very rapidly changed.
Sure. Yeah. Have you seen how like even before he took office, a lot of people were self-deporting?
Yeah, I saw
Have
that.
you thought of is that what you're kind of thinking?
Kind of, yeah. I know, because I followed a few of them and their stories, and I'm like they can have a decent job over there. Like they're living pretty good, so it's like, why can't we? That's why my questioning is like, why can't I? I could probably go. I have a degree now. Like
Yeah,
I could
for
probably go
sure.
and use it over there, especially
Yeah.
in tech. In the tech
Oh,
world,
for
like
sure.
Mexico's starting to really ramp up on that.
Yeah.
So.
So, yeah, I can see you being like you'll be, like at the beginning stages of all of this,
Yeah,
of expanding, tech in Mexico.
yeah. It's just amazing how everything's starting to expand, and I thank the president, because they're really helping out the people now than they were before. So things are
True.
just changing, and Mexico's starting to really show that they can be a world power.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
so true. Yeah. 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 Claudia Shamboom is really she's like, "Don't mess with me, guys."
right. Everything she's
Yeah,
been
I love
doing,
it. She's doing so many amazing things. She is. She's really getting ready and trying to help out all of the people that are getting, deported back.
yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
that's amazing
amazing.
to see. Yeah, that she's got everybody's back.
And like, who has our back? Like she does. So it's
Right?
just
Yeah.
amazing to see that. Like, but before like all the other presidents, like where were they? Why couldn't they be
Sure.
like that? Like,
Right? That is
so
so
it's
true. You can see like the change and
yeah,
just something so simple. Yeah,
just
that
crazy
is
how
very true. Yeah, that is amazing. Um, do you, if you could say anything to the president or Congress about an immigration reform, about the DACA program, what would you like them to know about who we are? Instead, you know how they have like that stereotype of, oh my God, like their thing is that, oh, they're all criminals.
yeah. And yeah, the way that they view us is not the correct way they should be viewing us. Is I mean, we're all human. I think everybody like in Congress, president should view everything that we've done for the country. You have doctors, teachers, lawyers, everything in this country. They're DACA. Um, and we are just we're not criminals. We have to have a clean record to be able to apply and be able to keep DACA. So what I would tell them is focus your views on everything we have done for the U.S., everything we will continue doing. View it from a standpoint of we're just helping the economy and just
Sure.
living our lives. We're not gonna be committing all crimes. We need this program to stay alive. So if you want to view it as we're criminals, but you see that the program you're required not to be a criminal.
Yeah,
Um,
literally, right? It like goes against what they're saying.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it's so not the true. Like view us as human beings.
yeah,
We are just trying to um live the life that our parents didn't have here in the US. So it's it's just it's also hard like how can they view us as not criminals if that's all they really kind of just know and want to believe we are.
right, true. It's like you guys have to be a little bit more open-minded.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
open-minded. Um, just
And I mean,
hear
look
all
at
the
you, like
stories.
you went into tech. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, all these dreamers, like you said, they're all, trying to pursue higher education, trying to
yeah,
make
they
this country great, even though I hate his damn slogan.
yeah. Dreamers, that's what we are. We're making our dreams come true.
Yeah, for sure.
In a
Literally,
place
yeah.
that's not ours.
Yeah.
We're just building and essentially all of us dreamers are like you said, just making the US better. Because there's a lot of talent out there with the dreamers. So if they wanna keep the US big, take take advantage of that talent that's out there.
For sure.
You're calling them criminals when they have a lot of talent and they could essentially go back to their home country and help expand their own country. And then where
Yeah,
will you be?
that is a great
So
point.
you gotta view it that way as that's something that they should view. You have a lot of talent, like take advantage of it.
So, so true. That is such a great point.
Uh,
Yeah. Do you have, you said that, you are kinda considering, maybe going back to Mexico with, everything that's happening right now with, just Trump really going headstrong on all his little amazing ideas that he thinks he has. Um, do you have a plan B when you see like all the ICE raids? You hear, all this stuff that he wants to do, towards the immigration community. Do you have a plan B?
my plan B would be yeah, going
Yeah,
back to Mexico, um, starting a new life there. It's gonna be scary starting from zero, but I mean, just go for it. That's what I've been doing, going for
yeah,
things, and things have
literally, yeah.
turned out great. So,
Yeah,
um,
exactly, yeah.
yeah, that
Live
I
without
guess
any
that'd be
fear.
my yes, with no fear. That would be my plan B, and the way I is also like I have a cousin that's in tech, and he tells me that since your English is way better than mine, you'll do a lot better here. You have a lot of openings here, a lot of opportunities because they're looking for a lot of people right now, a lot of talent in the tech industry. And yeah, like that also like excites me that I could have an opportunity there. So
Okay.
that's when I started building out like that's my plan B. I kind of want to just
Yeah,
take plan B and go for it.
yeah,
Start from zero. Don't be afraid.
for
Don't be afraid.
sure. For sure, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, we're a strong community, like Mexicans, we're
Yeah.
built tough. Yeah. We can
Yes.
handle a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's also like you going for that Microsoft job, you going for that advanced parole and being like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. And that kind of describes who we are. Like
We're
we
fighters.
might be like a little scared, there might be like a little fear, but you know what, we're gonna go ahead and go for it because what have you got to lose?
Yeah. Exactly. Just
Yeah,
just
that
go
is so
for it.
amazing. Yeah. So to end the episode, do you have any advice for any fellow dreamers out there that might be, in a tough space? I know like mentally right now, a lot of us are struggling. Do you have any advice for the ones that need a little extra help?
Um, I would say don't give up. Like if you need resources, there's a lot of resources out there. Look up the Facebook groups.
Yeah,
Any questions that you have. A lot of the help I've gotten was from the Facebook groups. So, if you're thinking of something or not sure what to do and need help, I would go to the Facebook group, Spanglish Streamers. There's a lot more groups out there as well, so take advantage of that. There's a lot of resources that other streamers can find as well. So my advice is look up what resources you have and take advantage of them. That's the I think that everybody should take advantage of resources that people get. Like us streamers, we get different resources from different companies. So like
and that's
um,
true. There is so much out there for us.
yeah, and don't be afraid. Just things will eventually get better. So if you not if you're just scared,
Yeah,
let's just try to
for sure.
wait it out and see what happens. 'Cause I
Right?
mean
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
think
what we're not criminals, so like
yeah,
don't worry about that.
so true.
We're
Yeah,
dreamers.
and
We gotta
don't
get
pause
our
your life,
dreams.
for this guy.
Yeah, don't pause
Yeah,
your life. Continue.
yeah,
That's the advice we should take.
for sure.
Yeah, and,
That is
and I
amazing.
mean if any questions you have or anything like that, then you can always reach out as well. I can see
Awesome.
what resources we can help you with. Yeah,
Nice. I'll go ahead and tag you on there. So in
yeah,
case anybody has any questions, they can go ahead and follow you.
yeah,
Yeah, because there is a lot of people that you'll go to people's videos and there's always people asking, something. So that's amazing that
yeah,
you are offering your time.
yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't say no because when actually when they never mentioned it, but after I came back from advanced parole, I put it on our Microsoft Dreamers chat that I went and came back to advanced parole, and a lot of people started reaching out to me wanting
Oh,
help. So I helped them out and gave them advice and helped them out. I shared our group as well, the Facebook group with them, and I know a couple of them reached out to me. They're like, "Thank you so much for your help. I did it. I'm gonna be
okay.
going back this day." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes, yes."
Yay, that is
They're
so
so grateful.
cool.
So yeah,
Yeah,
any help you need or anything, let me know. I can see what I can help you with.
that is so cool. And that is like one thing that has come out, I feel like, from everything that is happening right now. It's making the community so much stronger and it's
Yeah,
bringing us together.
yes. Let's stay together. We're a lot stronger together. So
Yeah, for
let's all work
sure.
together.
For sure. Thank you so much, Omar, for coming on.
Yeah.
My
Thank you so
my
much for having me.
paisano from Guerrero.
Of course.
Oh my God, I should have
Thank you
been
so
like, bring
much.
me some of that cheese.
Right? That cheese. Oh,
Oh my God, I love it when my mom goes. Oh, I love that darn stinky cheese.
so good, so good.
It's the best. She makes it with some chili. Oh my God, it's
Oh,
amazing.
homemade tortillas.
Oh no, she doesn't make no homemade
No,
tortillas. I'm gonna be like, Mom, this is what I want from you, okay? None of this Guerrero
none
tortillas
of
no
this.
more.
Oh,
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. You are
of
amazing,
course.
and I
Thank you.
love that you are just a go-getter. It is so cool. You're
Yeah.
really inspiring a lot of us, inspiring me to not live in fear and go out there and accomplish these dreams.
Yeah. I mean, we all come from very small villages, so we come from the very bottom now. Let's all work together. We can get where we want. So just don't live in fear. Go for your dreams, like I did,
Yeah,
and I'm getting them.
literally,
So
yeah. Look at you.
know it.
Yes. Thank you, Omar, again for coming.
Of
I
course,
will
thank
go
you.
ahead and share your TikTok and share the Facebook group. So if anybody wants to, if anybody has any questions about advanced parole, perfect person to ask.
Yeah, here to help. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you so much for coming on, and I'll go ahead and stalk your videos on TikTok.
All right. Thank you.
That way I feel like I'm there in the pueblo.
All righty.
Thank you
I'll be on my.
again.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Voices of Dreamers. I hope today's conversation inspired you a deeper understanding of the incredible stories within the DACA community. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with friends, leave a review, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Remember, we all have a voice, and together we can make a difference. Until next time, keep dreaming big, and I'll see you soon.